Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am your host, the Carolina Collector. It is approximately 10 minutes after 6 a.m., and I'm off to an early start. I have a fairly busy day to look forward to. I had a really good night of eBay sales, so if you see the things and words scrolling on the bottom down here, follow through with that. If you want to help support the channel, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to receive notifications. Check out my eBay store, the Carolina Collector 001. The link will be in the description box below, where I've been selling loose sports cards. Recently, I just sold one of my New York Mets jerseys to a customer. I'm very grateful for the support, everybody who have been buying cards off me. You're all awesome. Bear with me. I haven't had my caffeine this morning, so I'm a little meh. So what you're looking at right in front of you are Optimi Primes, Optimuses. C-01 and C-02 Optimus Prime are standing behind Netflix and Studio Series Bumblebee because we have this little box right here. Nice, cute little box. Now, this box unfortunately came a little dinged, which is, obviously disappointing. And I don't know what took so long for this to arrive. So this is C-03 Missing Link Bumblebee. And we're going to take a look at this guy and see if all the hype and hubbub around this figure was worth it. I really appreciate what Takara is doing by going back into these old school G1 Transformers and giving them a new flair and a second life. I mean, there's only so many static statues you can have before it gets boring. I mean, there's so many Optimus Primes or Optimi or whatever you want to call it that it's a little out of hand now. So that's a nice, cute little box. Look at that. I mean, here, you stand them up next to these guys. Here, let me adjust the camera. Roll it down there just a little bit. So look how teeny tiny this box is. And it looks like he's got the G1 face, which is good because that's it goes to show the attention to detail. I mean, they honor the original G1 series while giving these action figures a modern flair. And there's the Volkswagen official sticker, officially licensed product. This was fairly expensive, I'm not going to lie. But I guess a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's imported from Japan and it has an official sponsor that it turns into a Volkswagen bug. Yes, I'm saying that in the proper, folks. Oh, old school styrofoam, how I miss thee. Oh, I'm sure the It What Who climate change weirdos out there hate the fact that this has just the slightest bit of styrofoam, but oh well. I'm trying not to mangle the box. I really didn't want to open up both sides, but I guess just to make it easy to get the figure out, why not, right? And there we go. He's out of his cardboard prison. And you can see the difference, even with him sitting static like that inside this little blister, that something is completely different. The Autobot symbol feels like it's tampographed on there. So let's get Bumblebee out. And, oh, he's a wee little fella. I don't remember him being that tiny. So I'm going to assume that this is a blaster of some type. I can see I'm going to have to dig this out of the styrofoam. Like, I really don't want to destroy the styrofoam. This might be one of those boxes I'll keep. There we go. I actually have needle nose pliers off camera. I had a feeling that I was going to have to do that. I've actually cheated and watched other reviews of this guy. So look at that. His shoulder joints already are like amazing. So let's get his little teeny tiny little blaster in his hand. And I can see already it's going to take a little, oh, I don't want to break it. Yeah, my fat meat fingers, my sausage fingers. So there he is. I mean, he's got head articulation. He can look left and right, so that's already cool. Too bad he can't look back. Yeah, he can bend at the waist. You can see the joints right there. Rubber tires. Wow. Okay. You know, he can move his elbows. He can move them forward and backwards. So you got butterfly joints. Let's see if we can do the old spread. Yes, his legs do separate and the legs spread out. Nice foot and knee articulation. Look at this. Jeez. He's like a little tank. Hey, lay off the beer, buddy. Look at that stomach. Do like what I did. Lose some weight, pal. Jeez. It's a fun little figure. I'm having a blast handling this guy. I can't believe the technology has come this far where they can go back to G1 figures and do this sort of thing. I could tell this is going to need some furniture polish over time. That's the joint right there for his arm. And it looks like, oh, there's the Autobot symbol, the rub symbol right there. Tomy made in China. So I wonder, oh, look at that. He's actually got storage for his little pistol. Okay, that's pretty neat. You know, he doesn't have an obscene backpack or anything like that. So that is really, really, really neat. Yeah, you get him to like, let's see if we can get him to pose here just a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy because I definitely want to get him transformed and then put him back in a robot mode. Does he have any kind of swivel at his waist? I guess you can fake it by doing that, by twisting his legs around. It's just, again, you got to find his center of gravity. I mean, I'm having a good time handling this guy. So I'm just going to give him one of those hero poses. And then you look at him next to these two Bumblebees here. And he fits right in as a G1. I'm very, very impressed. Let's look at the little baggie that this came with. I mean, I'm familiar with this Bumblebee. I used to have the original Bumblebee, you know, when I was a bigger collector than what I am now. But come on, get out of there. I really don't want to destroy this baggie. Of course, it's going to happen when the camera's on, right? Where things will fight you. That always happens. Come on. Come on, get out. There we go. Alrighty. So what do we got here? We have this really soft, shiny card here. All in Japanese. And then we have your typical Japanese instruction booklet. Like I said, this is not a complicated transformer, so it should transform the same way the old school one does. And yet again, this thing doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. Come on. I don't want to rip it. So we got all that going. Now, there's one thing I didn't see is tech specs. The red piece of cellophane that you could put over. Yeah, that's not present. I don't see it. Yeah, for whatever reason, it doesn't have the tech specs decoder, so I guess I got shorted. But that doesn't really matter. All we really care about is the robot. So let me go through the motions of transforming him. It should be pretty simple. So now, of course, this is just like the old school Bumblebee. This thing never really went in proper anyway. And I guess even with the new upgrades and stuff like that, I guess it's not going to go in proper again. So take him, fold his arms in. Okay. Get his little blaster out of there. Now his legs should forgive the beeping and buzzing. It looks like the kids are getting ready to be picked up by the school buses outside. And I got the windows open. It's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning outside. My God, it was like almost 80 degrees yesterday. So you have to work his feet just a little bit. His feet are a little stiff. And then you marry the two of them together and everything should collapse. There we go. So it transforms exactly the same as the old school G1 did. It's a little, like on my copy, mine is a little stiff and his head is kind of not wanting to cooperate, and I don't want to force the issue. So as you can see, when I fold that up, his head kind of shows a little bit. But with the rubber tires, oh, that's got such classic G1 tires to it. It's got that nice G1 roll. It's a little squeaky, I guess. But who cares, right? Amazing technology they put into these. My God, I'm almost 48 years old, and to see how far the technology has come where they can actually manufacture something like this, I can't believe it. Like with the C-01 and C-02 Optimus Prime figures that I got, it's just incredible to see how far engineering has come that they can do something like this. Now, of course, I'm going to try to exercise extreme caution because, again, I have those big fat fingers, and I'm trying hard not to heavy-handedly, move this guy too much. Try to let the figure move on its own ebb and flow. So, but I tell you what, next to his two counterparts right here from Netflix and Studio Series, I mean, he fits right in. So let's get his little blaster back in his hand here. I'm not sure if he's lefty or righty. It doesn't really matter. It makes for a nice display piece. I mean, here, you want to pose him like that? I mean, it looks a little weird because on this side, which is typical of the original figure as well, like this arm is a little bit lower, but, you can forgive that because to get this amount of articulation in a little teeny-weeny figure like this, I don't see why anyone would complain. It's a very, very cool little figure. Check him out. Amazing how the technology has come this far. The only drawback, like I said, is that his head doesn't tilt back, but who cares? It's a G1 or a G1-esque action figure. It really emulates the original figure and does so much more. I mean, you're paying like $40-something for this little figure, but I tell you what, with the price of importing this into the United States and then, with the technology that's gone into it, it's no surprise that, you're paying a premium price for a figure like this. And when you look at, let's get rid of the modern day bots here. We're going to put him next to his missing link counterparts here as far as Optimus Prime figures are concerned. I almost want to say Optimi, but so we have the two Optimi here, C-01 and C-02, and he fits right in. I actually have Cliff Jumper coming. I don't know what the delay is. This guy was delayed by a couple days. Cliff Jumper should be coming any day. And I also have the missing link Sunstreaker that I ordered. That should be coming any day. And the more of these that they release, I mean, it just pays such homage to my childhood. And to see how far the technology has come, the engineering to do a thing like this, especially with a figure that's so tiny, it's like, my God. And for the fact that you can like turn him around, and I mean, this is so cool. He stands up on his own weight pretty well. Amazing little action figure. So let's get him front and center. I'm going to twist his head around. I'm going to get him back in the pew-pew stance. The only thing you got to watch, like I said, this is already starting to loosen up. So I'm definitely going to have to put some furniture polish in there. I do have the Pledge floor polish, of course. I think most Transformers collectors would. So I'm going to pan the camera down. Let's get him next to his counterparts here. And there you have it. Missing link, Bumblebee. Very, very nice little figure. He'll fit right in with my collection. So now I'm going to have multiple Bumblebees and multiple Optimi or Optimus Primes. I actually have a couple more Primes I still need to open up and review here, plus the upgrade kits that go with them. So there's plenty plenty of Transformers to go over. I still have a whole bunch of stuff in my backlog to review. But if you're able to get this guy while you can, this is a fun little figure. He poses well. He's got articulation all over the place, and it pays real homage to my childhood. And it's a nice bridge between modern bots and the 1980s G1 toys. So there you have it. Missing Link, Bumblebee. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to receive notifications. I am your host, the Carolina Collector. Don't forget, check out my eBay store, the Carolina Collector 001. The link is in the description box below. Happy Friday again, everybody. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. And I will see you soon.